Football team and the Los Angeles Rams. And off we go from SoFi Stadium. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, this defense for the Rams, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Looking to throw on second down. Oliver. They'll run the screen with Mack. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a third and about 13. From the gun, Oliver. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them, and an absolute shock for the quarterback, because he went into it, he saw the numbers we saw, he watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be, but early in this one, advantage defense.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Etienne. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Travis Etienne with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Rams on just 2 plays have taken. Point after here coming up. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he returns this to the 22. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Oliver. He dumps this off to Mack. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Looking to throw. Oliver. And the throw there going to be incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it has. Started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Washington going to send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in this 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Burton. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. A handoff for Etienne. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. Off play action. Burton. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Back to the ground with Etienne. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on third down. Looking to throw. Burton. He'll drop this one off with Etienne. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Throwing on first down. Burton sliding out of the pocket. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Over the middle, that's caught by QT. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
So they need 2 yards here on third down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive. They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
That's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Look, that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to get...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Travis Etienne with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Rams add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Throwing to start the drive. Oliver, he'll find Aguara complete. They'll contain him to just 4, second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On second down, here's a run with Mack. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Off the play fake. Oliver. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Etienne. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one. No gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Back to throw. Burton rolling to his right. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, Burton forced out to his left. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing the colleges deliver to the NFL.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And they'll run here with Etienne. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. The Rams on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
To throw on 2nd down, Oliver. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off-play action. Oliver looking long for Thomas, and unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Washington going to send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Looking to throw on second down. Burton buying time to his left. Open man is QT, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And they're going to have a first down and also well into field goal range, all the way down to the 15 here. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
On first down, Oliver. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. There was the safety blitz that ultimately did the job, and they're going to credit him with a sack. Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. On the handoff, it's Mack. And he's going to go down in the field of play. So they say no to the field goal try. And now time has run out on this first half. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Off the bootleg, Burton. They'll roll him out right. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. Here comes the Rams punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A give running right, Lindsey. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd down now, it's Mack fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Looking to throw. Oliver.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Rams are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Off the play fake. Burton. He'll buy some time right.
And this will be caught by Mooney.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
The Nick Bosa so quick on the outside. He gets in there to bring him down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket.
And the ball is knocked out. And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They'll run on 1st down. Mitchell. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Right back to him on 1st down. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. From the gun, Oliver. Escaping the pressure right. Looking for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Rams will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now ETN to start the drive. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Second down at 4. First throw now for the backup lock. He'll get this off to ETN. And down he'll go at the 25.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 5 yards remain on second down. And they'll go again with ETN. And he's going to be met at about the 43. The Rams on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4. On play action, Lock. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A handoff running left is ETN. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. They fake the handoff. Now Lock rolling to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
From the gun on third down, Lock. They'll roll him out right. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. Toss left side for ETN. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Antoine Winfield up from the secondary with the tackle. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. Another tote for ETN. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On third down, it's Patterson, and they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Hayden Hurst, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this fourth quarter advantage. extra point forthcoming. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And 3 interceptions in this game, and I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw forward.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On the give, this is Mack. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Oliver. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Looking to throw. Oliver letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Rams are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Etienne once more. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A give to Etienne running right. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Here's Etienne. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage. A give running right, Etienne.
dropped at the 35. So able to display his strength, but not much room to operate. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll actually throw it with Locke. Rolling to his left. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 20-yard line.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. A handoff for Etienne. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Los Angeles, they climb to 6-2 on the year as they close in on the midpoint of this 17-game schedule. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.